Hello, Gearspace. Chris here with AudioScape. I want to take you through our Superbooth24 setup. Here we have our mono rack. Every unit in this rack is mono. We have every single revision of the 76 that we sell. We have the 76A, we have the 76D, followed by the 76F. We also have our Opto, which is our 2A recreation. This uses new old stock tubes everywhere, our own T4B cell that we make on site in Daytona Beach where we're located. We also have our EQP, our EQPA. All these are, like I said, hand stuffed on site. We use all the old parts, new old stock tubes, carbon composition resistors, the parts, the things that make things go. So this is our mono rack, like I just said. This is our stereo rack. Here, we have a couple new products that we've released in recent years and some upcoming products as well. We'll start with the AS78. This is our recreation of the 1178 dual peak limiter. It's pretty much one-to-one the same as the original, but it also has a couple little modern features that make it really handy and easy to use. We have a sidechain high pass filter, 80 and 120 hertz. We have a comp blend, which is so important on this particular circuit. Not every single compressor needs a blend, but this one in particular, if you're going to be slamming it hard, maybe you want that sort of parallel crush, you can just start dialing it back. It's really, really nice, especially on something fast like this. We have our first product, which is also in the train wreck variant, which is the bus comp. The standard one looks a little cleaner than this, but this particular one, we had our artists in Arizona do the patina work on it, which some people prefer. Those you can reach out, we can make those custom for you as well. We have the 260VU, which is our recreation of the old 70s VCA granddaddy compressor that started it all. We build all the VCAs on site for these. We use new old stock parts in the RMS section, the human ear part of the circuit, and the VCA. Here we also have somewhat of an oddball for AudioScape. We have a reverb that we build. And what's special about this is it's a spring reverb, but it's not your typical spring reverb. It's an equally tempered system. So it doesn't have that typical spring boinginess you get with spring reverbs. It's more general purpose. You can use it across your mix. You can use it on vocals. It's really lovely. There's nothing like it. It's not just like a reverb where we just slap a tank in there and go. We build the tanks, rather the spring assemblies from scratch. They use 12 springs. They're all tuned differently, creating this whole like echo chamber effect. A really cool, unique piece. I recommend checking it out. We also have it in plug-in format as well. If you want to check it out, just grab a demo of it. Just look at that. We also have our MK609. MK stands for Metal Knob. This is the first revision of the 33609 that came out many, many moons ago. And we've pretty much done a lot of the old circuit one-to-one, the tantalum capacitors, the BA440, all the discrete components you expect, all through-hole parts, extremely important in a compressor like this. But we've added some simple things. You can see it says Proto here. This is coming out around summertime. And we've added some mods, so the panel will look a little bit different. The knobs will pretty much be the same, but we've added like a super fast attack. So this toggle switch, which is normally 2 positions, is actually 3 positions. And will be labeled as such. We also added some comp attack variation, which is really, really fun for the compression section. You can get you can just make things a lot faster and hit a lot harder, which is great. And then if you're doing that, we also added a sidechain high pass. So you can really tame it if you want as well. Everything else though, one-to-one with the original. You can get the stock sounds of the original metal knob when you're using this. And last, certainly not least, is the latest product we've released. This is the DA3A. This is a stereo 3A. It works great in dual mono or in linked mode for stereo. A lot of compressors you buy, if you're buying compressors separately, sometimes, especially an optical compressor, it's good luck, right? Like if you're wanting to use it in dual mono and they have a stereo link jack, and that's why they say. But the stereo imaging, as many professional engineers know, is different in dual mono than it is in stereo. So making sure that the optical cells react the same way in dual mono was important for that. So that's half the battle with us building these. And we have those, I think right now they're so popular we have them on a reserve list. But if you just go to audioscape.com, you can get all the info on all these units. Some of these like this, you won't see anything yet, but you'll start seeing, be on the lookout, you'll start seeing some more very shortly. So that's everything we have here. Obviously, we have more products, but we encourage you to check out our website again, audio-scape.com, at AudioScape Audio on Instagram, Facebook, everywhere else that people talk about gear. And of course, Gearspace. Go to Gearspace, check it out. There's a whole like long AudioScape talk thread. It's like hundreds of pages long, so you can post them there as well. Thanks.